Once upon a time, at the center of the teleprompter universe, there was a full-sized monitor that took massive amounts of cash and hardware to keep it bolted in place. Then, one day, somebody took that big special-purpose monitor out of its tray and put in an iPad, which could be supported by lighter, less expensive hardware, in some cases 80 to 90% less. Today, the universe of prompter solutions is way larger than anyone ever thought it would be. So the question is no longer whether we can afford these things. We can. The real question is, does the new equipment effectively replace the old dinosaurs? If so, the game is on like Donkey Kong. In a previous video, we did a deep dive into why it's a good idea to make some of your videos with a prompter. Essentially, it's about all the ways using one can streamline, improve, and increase your output of premium, unique content and make your value proposition more attractive. In this video, I'd like to go over the 4 kinds of teleprompters, their costs, their pluses and minuses, what I think each is best for, and then hopefully you'll have enough information to make a good decision. Oh, I'm Steve Washer, and you're watching The Visual Authority. Most people know how a teleprompter works, but just as review, a piece of beam splitter glass sits between the monitor and the lens. Whatever is on the monitor is reflected up to the glass so you can see it right in front of the lens, but the lens doesn't see it. This is what allows you to look right into the camera and see the text scrolling up the screen as you speak. This is important because the whole point of being on camera is to make a connection with your audience, and you can't do that if your eyes are wandering all over the place. The glass reverses the text, so either your software or your monitor must have the ability to reverse the text first so that it looks normal by the time you see it reflected at you. The glass will actually reflect 60 or 70% of the image back to you. As for how far away you should stand, the rule of thumb is 1 inch of screen space for every foot away from the monitor. So up to 10 feet away from a 10-inch monitor, and an iPad mini should be good for up to 7 feet. So let's start with the high-end prompter. I've used this, or a variant of it, for 15 years. It's got a 17-inch monitor and is made by Prompter People. It's built to work with a full-size camera or a smaller semi-professional camera, like the one I use. The hardware doesn't require any tools to set up. All you need is a heavy-duty tripod. It should be able to handle about 15 pounds. You can use any teleprompter software you like. I use one called Teleprompter, which is made for the Mac. It flips the text and gives you very fine control over the scroll speed, which is about all you need. It couldn't be easier to work with. You write your script on your computer with a keyboard, then just copy and paste it into the app on the same computer. Format as desired, then send it to your laptop. On a Mac, this happens automatically. This is one of the most attractive features of a full-featured teleprompter, the ability to effortlessly prepare a script for filming. None of the other solutions will give you this capability. This lack of fiddling around, at least for me, makes the whole process simple, seamless, and fast. This is also the Mac Daddy of teleprompters. They don't make them any better. It's solid. It'll last forever. There's no fiddling to get it going. Just set it up and leave it there for 15 years. If you do a lot of videos, or you want to do a lot of videos, and you have at least a semi-pro camera, and you want this to be as simple, clean, and stress-free a process as a human can have, you can't do any better. Now, from this point on, there's an increasing trade-off between cost and convenience. So let's go to solution number 2, tablet hardware. In this concept, the tablet, or iPad, projects the script, but obviously it doesn't stay attached to the teleprompter. You write your script, you transfer it to the app using Dropbox or email, format it, which is not easy on an app, test it, then carefully set it on the mount, secure it, and start the scroll. This example is the Caddy Buddy, which I did a review on a while back. It's very solid, sits nicely on a tripod, which is able to hold 10 pounds. The tripod is important because if it wobbles, you're not going to be happy with it. Getting ready for a shooting session is hard enough without having to fight with your equipment. So, get the right tripod and you'll be happier down the line. You've got the beam splitter glass, the hoodie, even a rail system. This is what you want in a tablet prompter. Our people love it, but I'd like to give you a tweak to optimize it. Use a prompter app called Prompt Smart Pro. It's voice activated, so you don't have to worry about setting the scroll speed, but it won't always work properly unless you connect your tablet to a microphone. Any cheap mic like the Audio-Technica ATR3350, the Aperture A-Lav EZ, or the Polson OLM10 will do fine. None of these are much over 20 bucks US. If you plug them right into the tablet, the app will work flawlessly, and you'll be able to stand up to 20 feet away. The Caddy Buddy is designed to work with small cameras like a DSLR or camera phone, although I don't recommend a camera phone unless you really have no choice. If you make videos from time to time and can't leave everything in place, and you don't mind taking a little extra time to set things up, this is probably as good a setup as you can get. The Caddy Buddy is about $160 US and worth every penny. The next idea is the simplest one, and certainly the least expensive. There's no hardware, just a $6 app for Android called Teleprompter 2 Plus. The iOS version is $15. It's called Video Teleprompter Premium. I don't have an Android, but I can show you how it works on the iPhone. You import the text, set the scroll speed, exposure, hit record, and the text scrolls right by the lens. Who can make a video? Well, anyone really. It then drops the recording into your camera roll. It's really an elegant solution because of how the text appears on the screen and because of the fine control you have over the speed. It's a big confidence booster. You can keep your eyes on the lens and still see the text. There's nothing remotely like it on the market that I can find. Bravo to the developer, by the way. Now, I wouldn't use this solution for my weekly videos, but if I was on vacation and wanted to be precise about my language, had a sudden inspiration, wanted to record a live testimonial, or on location doing a report of some kind, this is just the ticket. Even though it's a less refined way to shoot, it's a big step up from the rambly videos people make that are about twice as long as they need to be. So the last idea is the teleprompter that scrolls your text above, below, or to the side of the lens. These force you to look away from your audience, breaking any connection you might have had with them. I can't recommend this. The only reason I even bring it up is that I see people using it, and I hope that some of them watch this video. If you see one of these advertised and they show the words anywhere but in front of the lens, click away as fast as you can. So there we have it. 3 ways of using a teleprompter and 1 to avoid. Happy shooting, and we'll see you next time on The Visible Authority.